Yeah, I don't believe in destiny, I just do what's best for me. Don't listen to my enemies, they're just full of jealousy. Yeah, this legacy, you gon' see what's left of me. You gon' see success in me, you ain't seen the rest of me. I just wanna be the best at what I know, better than the rest, just watch me grow. Put me to the test and watch me go. This is my quest, I'ma make it known. They call me obsessive, oh I know. Call me selective with my notes, call me aggressive with my flow, call me offensive even though Joe, I ain't gonna lie, life's tough. Try to get by, life's rough. Try to do it right, it's not enough. Even though you try, you still mess up. But I'm still gonna fight for what I love, still gonna die for what I love, still gonna try, I won't give up, still gonna fight until I've won. They say I'm way too obsessed and I've got nothing left, and I'm not quite there yet, but those words they'll regret, cause I've got something left and I'm not giving in. I will not let them win, I won't stop till the end, no. Some injuries, mentally and physically. Studied them religiously so I don't repeat history. And people won't admit to me they don't want a victory bad enough to get a C. They'd rather just go leave it be. And oh, this journey I've been on since 13, working hard and learning, never stopping searching. Yeah, it's burning, all this passion hurts me. I took action working, writing down these words. No, I'm not okay, I just wanna be something. I don't wanna be nothing, living all alone. No, I'm not alright, I'm just barely getting by. But I'll tell you I'm just fine, so you leave me alone. They say I'm way too obsessed and I've got nothing left, and I'm not quite there yet, but those words they'll regret, cause I've got something left and I'm not giving in. I will not let them win, I won't stop till the end, no.
Yo, what is going on, everyone? Welcome and thank you for tuning in on the 7th of December. Holy shit, you guys. We are coming to the end of the year, coming to the Christmas season. It's crazy. But man, we are killing it because we're still showing up. Hell yeah. All right. Special thank you. Special shout out to the Dying Breed community, the Patreon members, Warrior Bernard, Fighters Maxwell, Foster, Q, Guardian Wilkie, Soldiers, Little Panda, Aiden, Unwired, Mr. Boslow, and of course our defenders, Miss LG, Jodan, Miss Aoife, and of course the ever amazing Duck Commander Stephen Landry. Thanks so much, you guys. Thank you so much to the Patreon community. And I have to say, I really appreciate the fact that there was, when I was really starting the whole motivational and thought thing, sharing some of the video clips at the end of the show portion, there was a while there where I was afraid that I shouldn't be doing that stuff and I shouldn't really be ending the show that way. Not a whole lot of people were watching it, but over the longer I've done my live streams and the longer that I've continued to put that in there, it's the biggest thing that I hear feedback from over time. Different people who have messaged me and just said, I don't get to watch live all the time, but I love to tune in and hear those motivational thoughts at the end of the week or at the end of the episode. And so that was just really encouraging. And so hopefully you guys who are tuning in get to be encouraged, get to be motivated, get to continue to push yourself for the goals that you've set for yourself, to reach out and to pursue your creative endeavors. So with that being said, I'm thinking of making a new category within the Patreon, or maybe a new classification, maybe a new way to represent some of the people that are supporting the Patreon, but not financially. They're supporting the Patreon through free following, free membership. And so I'm thinking of adding a cadet category. just so that we can help recognize some of those people because they're awesome and we appreciate them. And thanks a lot for your guys' support. Even if your name is just there to show support, it's greatly appreciated. So, all right, let's go ahead and get into this. So, what are the weekend updates? Well, I'm really happy to say that this week I really crushed the writing that I had. I crushed it so much that yesterday I was able to take basically the entire afternoon off and get a lot done. And I really appreciated that. I appreciated the fact that my writing for the week of December was to the point where today and tomorrow, I don't have to write at all. I can take the entire weekend to just relax and enjoy some football, some time with friends, and of course, my weekend talks with friends and stuff like that. So, that was really cool. And I really like that. So, with that being said, this week for writing, I was able to get 11,326 words. That's what we are at for the month of December. And I'm really happy with that. What's crazy is, as you guys know, I say, if I can get 10,000 words in a week, that would be amazing. My goal for the whole year, the whole writing year, November 2024 to November 2025, is to get in 400,000 words. So, if you look at the traditional fantasy book, that's basically 4 books. Can you write 4 books a year? Now, granted, my books have slowly and continually gotten larger over time. When we look at Bloodbath, that was 130,000 words. And then Enmity and Slaughterhouse were right around the 115, 120 range. Then we had Golem Master come out with 151,000 words. Golem Master 2 is at like 177,000 or something crazy like that. So my books have slowly been getting larger and larger as time goes on. With that being said, I think one of the biggest things when it has come to write, like my most recent concern is the pacing. Of the negative feedback that I've gotten on Royal Road with Golem Master 1, pacing was the biggest thing that kept coming up, where the longer that you don't have some positive feedback in regards to that issue, the more you start to really worry about that of like, oh man, maybe my pacing is off. Maybe this is too slow. But at the end of the day, it's still the book that I love writing. So Golem Master 3 is at 22,530 words. We are already really cruising along into book 3. I am pretty happy with the start of the book. But the reason I bring that up is that being at 22,000 words already for Golem Master 3, I'm just really curious as far as what the size of Golem Master 3 is going to be. There's a lot of points. There's a lot of things that need to come up. There is the heaviest amount of crafting, rune theory, rune crafting, and golem crafting in all of the books is all going to be in book 3. It all has to culminate. It all has to lead to this point. And so that was one of my fears and concerns, is like, hey, there is some crafting in book 1, there's some crafting in book 2, but is it enough for people that they are going to enjoy sticking with the story to get to book 3, to get to this specific level of crafting? So I think the pacing is still meeting the slice of life. I think the pacing of the entire Golem Master series is really set at a good overall pace where it's consistent throughout all the books. Oh, I had a message come in. Interesting. So that's where I'm like, okay, let's keep on this path. So 22,530 words into Golem Master 3. Where are we at in the story? Well, for those of you who are on the Patreon who are reading book 2, you kind of know what happens at the end of book 2. You know where Pepper's journey is leading him. And this next step up is something that I'm really excited about. And it was something that is really letting me dive back into my military experience, especially starting with basic military training and tech school, and then going back and being a military training leader where I was in a tech school environment once again. Now, granted, there are a lot of differences. There's a lot of unique nuances to the specific setting of a guild, but I like the setup. I like the structure. I like how it's all aligned with the military defense network against the demonic threat. Also, not only does book 3 have the most crafting and rune theory, but also demonic theory as well. Because as you guys know, there's the threat of the demons, and I'm really excited to continue to play on that. Oh, quack, quack, motherfuckers! Ryan Maxwell jumping in. What is up, my dude? It's great to see you. Yeah, so I'm really excited for the demonic theory. I'm really excited for the rune theory and the rune crafting and how it all plays in. So though book 2 was 177,000 words, I'm honestly thinking that Golem Master 3 could possibly reach more. It could possibly set the new record for the longest book yet. But we're going to have to wait and see. I think it really is going to depend. What was really awesome was one of the followers on Royal Road. They gave me an idea, and that idea is easily going to be able to fit within all the other plot lines. And I'm working that way. It's just, does that plot line, is it going to tie in to the current setting of book 3? Is it going to, do I feel like by the time I need to get to that plot point that we're going to be at a book 4 instead of a book 3? I think that the readers, I'm not sure, but I think that the readers are probably going to want that in book 3, and I think they may deserve that. So we'll see. We'll see how we go. Oh, it's Rosario. Hey, go Duck Squad. What's up? It's great to see you. Thanks for being here. I'm excited. Yes, Duck Squad for life, man. I love you guys. I really love you guys, and I appreciate you guys. So with that being said, yeah, 22,530 words for Golem Master Book 2. Now, Golem Master Book 3. With that being said, I got to send a message to another author, I think it was last weekend, maybe 2 weekends ago. I had the final scene. I realized what the final scene. Oh, hey, Mr. Lombardi from Little Panda Aiden. Oh, thank you. Thanks, Little Panda. We appreciate you being here. I realized what the final scene for Golem Master is going to be. Like, I literally have it pictured. I have some of the verbiage, the dialogue already written, like written down on my notebook. And I had such an emotional experience. Like, God, I think this is the perfect way to wrap things up. But I'm not ready for it, right? Like, I'm not ready to say goodbye to these characters. I just love these characters and I love this world, and I'm not ready. So I know how the book is going to end. I have it wrapped up. I just am hoping that we can keep pushing that down the road, because I'm not ready to give up this book yet. I'm not ready to give up this series. Everybody dies. Well, shit, man. Spoiler alert. There we go. Everyone dies. Or maybe he doesn't. Maybe Pepper realizes that there's a time rune that can control time and a preservation rune that he puts on his body. Therefore, he becomes eternal. Just saying. So, yeah. Let's see. Okay, so how is Golem Master? So that's the updates for Golem Master Book 3. We're at 22,530 words. That brings our writing total for December to 11,000. So I get to relax. I get to enjoy this weekend, watch some football, just whatever. But the yearly total is already at 65,000 words, 65,949. So we're about to get that 6.6, baby. And then the career total is at 1,167,000 words. So I'm very blessed. I'm really happy. I can't believe that it's continued to go this well. The old Marvel timeline switch cop out totally makes sense. I don't know if it's really a switch cop out, because in reality, if Pepper can harness the runes and realize that time can fit within the rune theory, and he accesses it, then it's not really like a cop out. It's just he can continue to. He's the first vampire. I mean, in all reality, he's a ginger, so he doesn't have a soul. So that also fits the vampire theory, right? Maybe. I'm just saying. Okay, so that is that. Now let's go over to some Royal Road updates. So as you guys know, Golem Master 1 and now Golem Master 2. It's not a cop out for. Oh, it's a cop out from Rob. I got you. Okay, now we on the same street. We head in the same direction. I got you. Okay. So yeah, Golem Master 1 did release on Royal Road. Golem Master 2 is now slowly releasing. We did switch up from every day to a Monday through Friday schedule because we have like 60-some chapters in Golem Master 2. So just by switching it to a Monday to Friday schedule, it gives me like an additional 4 weeks, I think, just by saving those 2 days of releasing chapters. So with that being said, we currently are sitting at 22,467 overall views with a followership of 307 and favorites, 81 favorites. So not bad. I'm honestly blessed. I never thought I would get here. To a certain point, when you look at it, it's done 3 times better than Bloodbath did. And so I'm really grateful. I'm really happy. I'm really blessed for the 1 or 2 people that we've been able to pick up followerships over on Royal Road. So thank you very much, you guys, who have been leaving comments and asking questions and also even providing suggestions and recommendations. That's been really fun. So we were able to hold the #1 spot in the contemporary category for Rising Stars. We held #1 for basically a month, which is really awesome. And I'm really blessed that we were able to do that. We're still very much high up there. And then because Golem Master was releasing, we also participated in the Write-a-thon challenge. So we were able to pick up that little crest badge achievement, I guess you could say, on the website. So that was nice. I don't know if we picked up any additional followers from it, but doesn't hurt. Doesn't hurt, right? It's an amazing story worthy of the viewership. Thank you, dude. I appreciate that. That is very, means a lot. It means a lot. Thank you. So yeah, so that's the update on Royal Road. Book 2 is still releasing, and I'm really happy with it. And so it just gives me more time to release book 3 to you guys on the Patreon. Dave Bushman, as you guys know, good old Dave, he has a gladiator match that comes up. I just finished writing it this weekend, and I sent it to him, and I was like, hey, I hope you're okay with this, because I kind of made him out to be a little bit of a villain. And of course, he laughed, and he appreciated it. So that was really cool. So for those of you on the Patreon, you can look forward to reading Dave's chapter this week. Oh, it's Jay Perez. It's TJ. Hola, brother. Hola. Hello, good sir. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for hanging out. So yeah. So we so Dave's character, I think you guys are gonna love it. I think you're gonna love his matchup. We went back a little bit. If you guys remember, Stephen Landry's has got a hard rock kind of theme to his competitive nature. So we gave Dave Bushman a little bit of the same. So I think you guys are really going to like that. But yeah, you guys, that's really the only main updates that we have. Yeah, it is what it is. So we had the release of Slaughterhouse, which released on the 27th of November. So lessons learned. I am glad that I did not continue to waste time on this series. If you guys remember, I wrote the entire series. I did release it on Royal Road, but I wrote the entire series without stop. And I wrote it knowing that it was going to be an extremely niche market. It was not going to be for everyone. It's extremely violent, extremely brutal, and just over the top. Well, Slaughterhouse released. We've had 0 page reads. So, you know, we talk about when you have a dead series, you need to cut it off, move your time to something else. And I think that's a part of the reason why I would encourage a lot of people, if you have a passion project, a story that you really love and adore and admire, and you want to put your heart into it, it's probably not best to start out with that being your first book. If you want to become a writer, and this is also another question I ask a lot of people is, do you want to write a book or do you want to be a storyteller? It's one thing to say, oh, I wrote a book. And if that's the only achievement you want to hit is by writing a book, then you know what? Cool. We can hook you up. We can get you going and you can write your book. But if you want to be a storyteller and you want to continue to go down this path, you have to understand, or you have to expect, that not all your books are going to sell. Not all of your books are going to take off. Not all your books are going to be a success. And you're not always going to be able to put the 100% quality you want into every story. So Slaughterhouse, that was 4 months of writing, not a single page read on release day. There's no readership continuation through the story. There's absolutely none. It's a completely dead story. So it's a completely dead series. But it also does show you something that Demi, our good friends and fellow author, has shared with us. And that's where he says, book one will always be the number one book sold. And it's true, because whatever series you go into, it is, it's the first book that everyone has to start with. So that first book and going into that second book really will tell if you have something going on. So I'm happy that I didn't continue the series. I'm happy that I didn't waste time. And I mean, look at where we're at now. We're starting the third book in Golem Master. It's a story that I really love. It's a story that I really think is going to impact a lot of people. So I move on. Golem Master book one is going to be out before the end of book three. So now I'm going to have information. I'm going to have knowledge as far as, okay, book one is doing this well, or this is the amount of readership I have. This is the amount of new traction I may have, or followership on Amazon. I get to look at all of this data while I'm writing book three. Why is that important? Because if I don't feel like the series has got traction behind it, I know, okay, I'm going to either cut it at book three and just really rapidly fly through what's supposed to happen, or I'm going to cut it at book four and I'm going to be done and move on to the next idea. Which, as you guys know, for some of you who continue down or start down this journey, it's almost like you are never out of ideas. You always have one or two ideas floating in the back of your mind. I've been working on one or two while writing Golem Master. So we'll see what the next one is. But that is something that I've seen, that's something I've learned, and that's just full transparency of you're going to spend a lot of time working on stories that may never move, may never get traction. All right, so that's some personal advice that I have for you guys for this week. So let's go ahead and get into some of the motivational stuff that I got for us.
Everything that you want but you don't have is outside of your comfort zone. And what I have learned in my potential path journey is that there are trade-offs all along the way. At every critical juncture in a person's life, if they want to go to the next level, they don't go to the next level by just stepping up. They go to the next level by realizing they've got to give something up to go there. And the way this works is the higher you go, the higher the price. Everything that you want but you don't have is outside of your comfort zone. And what I have learned in my potential path journey is that there are trade-offs all along the way. At every critical juncture in a person's life, if they want to go to the next level, they don't go to the next level by just stepping up. They go to the next level by realizing they've got to give something up to go there. And the way this works is the higher you go, the higher the price. Everything that you...
Oh, man, I think that's the big thing, right? I think that's the big struggle, where there's a lot of people who want to talk about, doing something, and then there's only one way, and that is the fact that you have to sacrifice, right? I was talking to another author yesterday. I haven't talked to him in a while, and it was a good talk. Just getting to check in, catch up with one another. And he's like, all right, dude, well, look, this computer game just came out and I really wanted to play it. I've been waiting on it, so I'm going to go. And I was like, oh yeah, man, I don't really have time for new computer games. I'll play League of Legends Teamfight Tactics because it's just easy, it's free, and it's something I can just jump in and there's not a whole lot of skill required. There's just a good way for you to relax. And he's like, well, there you go, man. You got to start playing some more games. I'm like, dude, I don't have time. My time is the most valuable thing, and therefore, in order for me to continue to reach the next level, of writing and producing written work, I have to sacrifice something else. And normally, 9 times out of 10, the new video games are the first thing that I sacrifice. That's why I don't have my Xboxes plugged in or hooked up anymore. That's why I don't try to buy the latest and greatest gaming PC. It's like, yeah, no, I'm not going to tempt myself to waste time on this other thing. I know that the majority of my time is focused and dedicated to this endeavor. And then when I need to relax and decompress from that, that is when I will allow myself to do XYZ. So I really liked that. I thought that was awesome. So I just love this quote that I found. The longer you grind, the more you realize people look exactly like the choices they make every day. You can't fake effort. And there's a lot of people who will talk about writing a book, and there's those that just sit down and do it. And that's where I don't necessarily try to be vocal on some of the Facebook groups or social media groups. There's a lot of times that you will see people who will get into these little social communities, these writing communities, and all they will do is perpetually talk about writing instead of doing writing. And so when I found this quote, the longer you grind, the more you realize people look exactly like the choices they make every day. You can't fake effort. That is probably one of the biggest messages that really resonated with me today, where yes, I may not be successful. I'm in comparison to others. I may not have this massively popular series, but I still know what it takes to write books. I know what it means to build a routine, to continue to pursue this endeavor. And speaking of the same person who knows what that means and what that is this guy jumping into the chat, Mr. JD Glasscock. Look at that star. Well, look at you, dude. A massively successful new series. Congratulations to you, my friend. And you know exactly what this statement means, man. You know, you have not faked your effort. Every day you've gotten up and you continue to grind and continue to push yourself, and well-earned success on Nocturne series, dude. I love it. All right. Oh, wait, I have to go back and make sure I unmute so we can hear the audio.
And this is my favorite rule from James Clear, which is a habit missed once is a mistake. A habit missed twice is the start of a new habit. Never miss 2 days in a row. And this is my favorite rule from James Clear, which is a habit missed once is a mistake. A habit missed twice is the start of a new habit. Never miss 2 days in a row.
I mean, we've talked about routine so many times before, and that's where Seth Ring, another great author, someone that I really respect and look up to, he and I will continually tell you the routine is the biggest thing, never giving up on the process. My whole rule set for myself, as I've talked about multiple times and talked about earlier today, is 10,000 words a week. And when I was talking to my fellow author yesterday, he was saying like, oh, you know, don't write for more than 2 hours a day if that's all you have. And I said, well, no, my thing is 10,000 words a week. If I can get 10,000 words a week, I've hit my goal. So therefore, one night, if I'm feeling it, I might write 2,500 words. The next day, I only wrote like 1,000 words. And then I took 2 days off because I was exhausted. I didn't feel it. And so then, you know, I got in on Thursday night. I was able to get some writing in. I got Friday and I knocked out over 5,000 words. So, you know, it's one of those things where that routine of I don't want to spend more than 2 days away from this, right? So day 3, you're doing it. You gave yourself a promise and you need to fulfill it, right? So that is where, man, the routine is such the critical linchpin of everything. And so this was the final thing that I really loved, and somewhat of what we talked about this week. Winners can go through hell, lose everything, get tired, hit rock bottom, and then say, I'll figure it out. The mentality is everything. It is so hard when you are writing and you're putting your heart into a book and then you don't see it take off like you would hope so, right? Or you're not able to see the benefit necessarily of all the time you've devoted into this endeavor. And so when we've talked about the routine and we've talked about what it takes to have effort, it all comes back to our mentality. The mentality of, I'll figure it out. This is just another stepping stone. It's just another pathway. So those who will be able to push through hell, those who lose everything, those who get fired, those who hit rock bottom and then say, well, shit, all right, I guess I'll figure it out. I guess that wasn't the route. I guess that wasn't the road to take. That mentality is going to help you so much. Even if you just go onto Reddit or social media and you start to read and see these comments from some of these people, it's almost toxic to where I can't read a whole lot of them. And it really makes me upset because you see these people who get on and they will just complain about criticism that they get from readers. And writing and doing something of passion, you will need so much more resilience than what you realize. You are going to have tough, thick skin. And you're going to have to be willing to receive criticism. And instead of letting it destroy you, you have to use it as a stepping stone of, okay, how can I make this area better tomorrow? It doesn't mean you have to tackle it today. It doesn't mean that you have to completely correct the issue in a 180-degree pattern. Okay, but tomorrow I need to take one step and get one step better at this. So one of the things, one of the critical pieces of feedback I got for Golem Master was a reader who said, oh my gosh, dude, this book is so depressing. And he's like, I'm going to stop reading right here. He stopped reading at the final chapter before the uphill climb happens. And so it's one of those things of like, okay, I care about this reader because he loves everything about my book, except for this one element. How do I make that better in the future? So, if you can have the mentality of understanding that nothing is easy in this, and you are going to have to work your ass off, and you're going to have to be willing to take criticism and take hardships and use it as energy to keep pushing forward and keep telling yourself, I'll figure it out. That is what you're going to need to have. Richie Stevens, Principal Stevens, hail Professor Lombardi. What's up, my dude? Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for coming by, hanging out. Appreciate you, man. I hope the new job is going well. I hope you're enjoying it. Hope you're getting a lot of success in sales. Mr. JD Glasscock. And I want to say and double down, I wrote 8 books that didn't sell shit before writing the 9th that did. And I am a low mid as far as success, but I make a living. Don't give up if a book doesn't take off. If I did that, I would have never wrote the 9th. 100%, dude. 148,000% right there. So that is it, you guys. Unless you have anything else you guys want to talk about, if you guys want to jump on and ask a question or, have something to discuss, that's all I really have. Kind of a short week. There's not a whole lot going on. There's not a whole lot of new developments. But yeah. Richie Stevens. It's going well, just super exhausted with everything else going on, but I'm pushing through and doing the best I can. Much love to you, fuck commander. Hell yeah, dude. I am now the fuck commander. Oh, just destroying all of those things. Hell yeah. I am the fuck commander. God, that is hilarious. Oh, I want to throw that on a t-shirt. Much love to you, fuck commander. Dash, Principal Stevens. Oh God. And even adding the title in there it just makes it so much better. Yes. Getting it. Oh, hell yeah. We all know what it was supposed to be, Richie. We all know what it was supposed to be. But the perfect moment for autocorrect to not work. Oh, hell yes. Getting it all day long. Also, I really hope Arizona State destroys Iowa State. And it's 17-10, so I'm really happy. But, God, that was hilarious. Oh, yes, the fuck commander. There's going to be a shirt or something somehow, some way. God damn it, we're going to make it happen. Someone clip that. Hell yes. That was the highlight of my weekend, besides the Oregon Duck game happening later on today. So, yes, honestly, I don't think we could end that on a more perfect note. That was awesome. Thank you, Principal Stevens, for letting the world know how much you love me, the fuck commander. I've got so many fucks to give. All right, you guys. Dude, that was awesome. Thank you so much. I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for all your support. Once again, to the Die and Breed community, you guys have been awesome and amazing. Thank you so much. So thank you to Warrior Bernard, Fighters Maxwell, Foster, Q, Guardian Wilkie, Soldiers Boslow, Little Panda Aiden, Unwired, and of course, Defenders LG, Jodan, Masifa, and Stephen Landry. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much. And you guys have an awesome week. I better see you guys next weekend. Okay? Or otherwise, like Richie said, you're going to get the fuck commander, not the duck commander. All right. Deuce.
Yeah. I don't believe in destiny, I just do what's best for me. Don't listen to my enemies, they're just full of jealousy. Yeah, this legacy, you gon' see what's left of me. You gon' see success in me, you ain't seen the rest of me. I just wanna be the best at what I know, better than the rest, just watch me grow. Put me to the test and watch me go. This is my quest, I'ma make it known. They call me obsessive, oh I know. Call me selective with my notes, call me aggressive with my flow. Call me offensive even though Joe, I ain't gonna lie, life's tough. Try to get by, life's rough. Try to do it right, it's not enough. Even though you try, you still mess up. But I'm still gonna fight for what I love. Still gonna die for what I love. Still gonna try, I won't give up. Still gonna fight until I've won. They say I'm way too obsessed and I've got nothing left. And I'm not quite there yet, but those words they'll regret. Cause I've got something left and I'm not giving in. I will not let them win. I won't stop till the end, no. Studied them religiously so I don't repeat history. And people won't admit to me they don't want a victory bad enough to get a C. They'd rather just go leave it be. And oh, this journey I've been on since 13, working hard and learning, never stopping searching. Yeah, it's burning, all this passion hurts me. I took action working, writing down these words. No, I'm not okay, I just wanna be something. I don't wanna be nothing, living all alone. No, I'm not alright, I'm just barely getting by. But I'll tell you I'm just fine, so you leave me alone. They say I'm way too obsessed and I've got nothing left, and I'm not quite there yet, but those words they'll regret, cause I've got something left and I'm not giving in. I will not let them win, I won't stop till the end. No.